Donald, where did this little guy come from? I don't remember you having a Larvitar in the last few episodes, but I must say you have chosen a solid Pokemon for the team, and this guy needs more love than it already gets.
You can find Larvitar in this area north of Orber City for those interested in playing this game and using one yourselves. And by the way, just because you're Jizzy Joe doesn't mean you can't do a proper intro for the video.
Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to part 4. The most sane one amongst us shall do the intro today, so hit that like and subscribe button. Share the video and consider becoming a member of the channel if you want early access to videos. Now, today Donald should be making his way to Eterna City where the next gym is.
That's before I get interrupted by these two fools. Of course, Team Galactic are going to show up now, and this is our first encounter with them. And the Grunts actually have decent Pokemon with good moves compared to the standard game, which makes me wonder how broken the admins are going to be.
Well, the first admin battle is coming up soon against Commander Mars. And she has a Purr Ugly, which is a super annoying Pokemon and kind of looks like my wife when she's mad at me. And then you have Commander Jupiter with probably the worst Pokemon out of the 3 admins being Skuntank, and finally there is Commander Saturn with a Toxicroak.
Hang on, where did this Bulbasaur come from, Donald? Is that little guy going to be the 4th member of our team then? The Grass-type starter from Kanto. Which, to be honest, makes sense because we've never used a Venusaur before, and now we have starter Pokemon from 3 regions too.
Yeah, personally, I like Sceptile the best as my favorite Grass-type starter Pokemon, but we can't have 2 Pokemon from Hoenn, and there might be another Pokemon appearing in the next few episodes, which will be from the Hoenn region too, so I want to keep everything as balanced as possible.
All right, fair enough if that's the way you want to go about this whole thing. Doesn't change the fact that I saw you lose against Rourke, and then another 4 times off-screen Donald. Maybe if you had that Bulbasaur, you'd have won. You could have trained up a bit more too.
He should have done that for this battle because it's still going on for some reason. I thought Donald was meant to be some sort of pro. All he's doing is battling some peasant grunts as well, which we'll never see again anyway.
This is their last Pokemon anyway, so who cares, Barry? Also, I'd like to ask the question for this video since I think Bush hijacked that from me in the last one. So the question I want everyone to answer in the comments below is what one starter Pokemon would you choose to take on every region in Pokemon, and you're not allowed to change that starter. Personally, I'd probably choose Mudkip because Swampert is busted.
A lot of people will answer that with Mudkip for sure. I'd probably choose it too, but just for fun, I think I'd choose that new blue duck Pokemon from Paldea because he's so cute. His final evolution, however, is an abomination, and I really don't like its design.
Why on earth would you choose that thing? At least go for that cute little Firecroc guy. And talking of Paldea, we will be returning there very soon, maybe after this game, but you guys keep commenting so many games and ROM hacks for us to play that our list is constantly growing.
Which isn't a bad thing, by the way, but we had an ordered list to get through, and now that list is a complete mess because we can't make our minds up on what to play next. I think the best thing to do after this series is make a poll in the YouTube community section and see what the viewers want by voting.
Good idea, Obama, and in other news, we've made it to Floroma Town. Probably the most boring route in this game is the one between Jubilife and this town because it's a tiny cave which you can walk through in 10 steps and then an annoying path of grass.
And the reason we're here other than because we don't actually have a choice is because that little girl's father has been kidnapped by Team Galactic to help them with some research or something. Now, something that's always bothered me about Sinnoh and Gen 4 is we never go to the Fuego Ironworks.
Yeah, good point bringing that up, Donald, because in the Diamond and Pearl anime, that is a major part of the Team Galactic arc where they go to the Ironworks and make the red chain out of the Veilstone meteorite. And even in the ROM hacks like this game, they never bother adding that area as a required place to go.
For those of you who have no idea what we're talking about, there is an area north of Floroma, actually where we are right now, where a huge factory is. And in the normal games, you'd go there to find the TM for Flamethrower, I think. But now it's just a pointless area which does nothing for the story.
It's a shame the ROM hack developers completely rejected to do anything with the Ironworks in Sinnoh, but we could always go pay a visit there later, Donald. I think you'll need Surf, though, which we won't get for quite a while anyway.
Back to this part, though, and this Team Galactic grunt seems to be giving you a tough time, bro. Our man here has 3 Pokemon on his team as well, and they seem to have combined all the Pokemon each evil team has from each region, all into this game.
I'm just trying to give Larvitar here some experience because being a pseudo-legend means it'll take forever to evolve into its final form. Like Metang we have too. Getting Metagross will take a while, and there's going to be another pseudo-legend we'll be adding to the team, which you'll all see very soon.
Hey, our little Mudkip here is almost level 16 though, and you all know what happens when it hits that level. Our little purple boy here will be a Marshtomp, and I'm so glad we finally don't have to worry about losing it like Obama did in Storm Silver.
Wow, so switching to Mudkip was a complete waste of time since that Houndour has Roar, which forces our Pokemon to switch out with another one. And of course Larvitar is back, but at least it is super effective against fire types.
This battle is seriously dragging on though, and now his final Pokemon is a Gulpin. In my experience, this Pokemon is either really easy to deal with, or it'll end up being a total pain in the ass and it'll drag the battle on even longer.
Donald, you stupid gimp, why did you kick me out the last video with no warning whatsoever? You know, if I had been in part 3 till the end, I wasn't actually going to show up in this episode because I had other stuff to do, but now you've pissed me off big time.
Bush, I'll happily kick you from this video too if you don't pipe down. Your voice really annoys me, and I had enough of hearing it in the last episode, but lots of the viewers seem to like you being here for some reason, so to make them happy, I won't kick you in this episode.
Oh yes, the people have spoken, and there's nothing you can do about it, Donnie, old boy. Now what's been happening in this episode then? Have I missed anything? Also, Joe, I saw a lot of people saying they want to live with you in Canalov City.
Joe isn't here today, and it's me, Jizzy Joe. And the best thing that's happened in this episode is this evolution right now. This is what Obama killed, remember, in the Storm Silver Nuzlocke, and everyone I know is so excited to see a shiny Swampert.
My one wasn't shiny first of all, and this one is better anyway because it's a 3D animation compared to the 8-bit one. Although I do still like the style of the old Pokemon games too. Either way, well done for this evolution, bro. Swampert will definitely be a big carry in this playthrough.
Ah, so we're at this point in the game where Team Galactic take over the Valley Windworks. By the way, did you talk about how shit it is that no one ever does anything with the Fuego Iron Works? I love that place so much, and you can get the TM for Flamethrower there.
Oh my God, this is why I find you so annoying, bro. You come in and start talking about things we already mentioned like 1,000 hours ago. Yes, we know about the Ironworks, and yes, we are annoyed, so shut your mouth.
Yeah, Bush, you're old and a bit slow now. You're only here because of the viewers, so don't forget it. Now, Donald here has to take on more galactic grunts than back in the day. This was a single battle, but I guess it became an annoying double battle in this game.
Yeah, Bush, you're old and a bit slow now. You're only here because of the viewers, so don't forget it. Now, Donald here has to take on more galactic grunts, and back in the day, this was a single battle, but I guess it became an annoying double battle in this game.
Wow, and these guys pretty much fill their teams with annoying poison-type Pokemon. My view is poison types are actually the strongest type in the game, mainly due to the fact that it can cause damage to an opponent's Pokemon without needing to attack. And Toxic is just such a toxic move.
Toxic is probably my favorite move out of all the Pokemon moves, actually. Before I'd have said Draco Meteor, but that move reduces the user's special attack, which isn't very helpful. And Roar of Time is also absolutely cracked, but Toxic is such a sly, stealthy move, and it definitely suits me.
I'm sorry to say this, bro, but you're the exact opposite of stealthy. Sly, sure, I'll give you that, but you're more like a Hippowdon than something like a Greninja. Hippowdon as a Pokemon suits you the best in my opinion, Donald.
Yeah, well, I'll let the viewers comment what type of Pokemon you are, Jizzy Joe, and wrong answers only, please. I'm sure they'll make you out to be some really stupid Pokemon, because that's what you deserve for bullying me.
Donald crying about getting bullied is the most ironic thing here. And you're struggling to battle the weakest Pokemon too, dude. You have a Metang and Larvitar, but yet here we are still battling the most peasant Pokemon there is.
And now they have a Ladyball on the field, which is about as garbage as you can get. If we ever do a super hard Pokemon playthrough, then we need to use that Pokemon along with a Lady Ann or Volbeat. Basically any bug-type Pokemon.
One day we should use a monotype team, which means only one type of Pokemon throughout the whole game. Personally, I'd choose Poison or Dragon types. Joe would probably choose Ghost types for obvious reasons, and Obama would choose Normal types or Fighting types.
Hey, what type would I get to choose then, Donald? I am still here, you know. I think the best type for me would actually be Dragon, and you can choose Fairy types, Donald. They suit you, and you had a Sylveon named after you in Colossus, remember?
This is exactly why you don't get involved in our things, Bush. You weren't one of the founding fathers of our channel. Joe, Obama, and myself were the three who started it all. Hell, even Hillary and Bernie have been around longer than you have.
And finally, these two bozos have been beaten. Now imagine basically every trainer battle in this game, Galactic Grunts included, have teams as annoying as this. That's another reason why this game is worse than Storm Silver.
At least we can progress now, though, Barry. We got the Works key, which for some reason those two grunts had. And now we can storm the Valley Windworks and get that little girl's father back and take on the commander who uses my wife on her team. apparently.
We also got a jar of honey too, which is used to catch the hardest Pokemon ever, which I won't be doing because I have the patience for that shit. And hey, Shaman has come to pay us a visit again, probably to give us more flowers or something.
Actually, this little shaman wanted the honey that man just gave us, which is just great because now we can't catch that Munchlax even if we wanted to. Saying that though, I think the rarity of Munchlax has been reduced quite significantly in this ROM hack Donald.
Okay, well, that aside, I made it to the Valley Windworks and it's time to take on Commander Mars. I'm trying to avoid some of these battles where I can because they're just the most annoying things ever. Anyway, here we go. This battle is going to be tough.
Yo, and that scientist person called Charon is standing there at the back, looking absolutely bewildered with whatever is going on here. I remember in the anime he had the most annoying laugh, and he wasn't even that good of a scientist either.
That guy was hella annoying for sure. Each evil team has their own scientists, but I agree Charon is probably the worst amongst them when arguably Team Galactic is the most organized evil team who actually succeeded in their plan to create a new world.
Alrighty, so Mars's first Pokemon was a stupid Zubat, but she has 4 Pokemon for this battle. Pretty big jump from the original games where I think she had 2. Either way, she's going to get her butt clapped by my crack team, just you watch.
Okay, and her next Pokemon is Bronzer. This guy can be super annoying because of Confusion or Confuse Ray, but against Monferno, he should be one-shotted. And what's interesting is this guy was actually on Saturn's team before.
One thing we should talk about is how the legendary Pokemon encounters in this game have changed a lot actually. I think in the original Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, the legendaries were caught in the Pal Park place south of Sanjum Town, but now they're in the world hiding.
I read that on the guide Jizzy Joe. After Donald becomes champion, if he's able to beat Cynthia, which I bet he won't, but anyway, we can find Pokemon like Zapdos hiding behind the Valley Windworks, which is where we are right now. There's a small island behind this building where the legendary lightning bird can be found. And Rayquaza can be found in the Pokemon lead behind the waterfall.
You're such a little Pokemon nerd, Bush. And you guys aren't even paying attention to this battle where I am destroying her whole team. And now she's on to her last one, which will feel the wrath of my Monferno.
All right, that was some major bullshit right there. That low sweep was super effective, but somehow this fat cat survived all because of a stupid berry it was holding. I bet Mars planned for this eventuality, Donald.
And there goes Monferno getting clapped by the cat. I guess we should have seen that one coming. So Donald, what's the plan going to be now then? How do you plan to take the cat on?
Knowing him, he'll just brute force his way through the battle when he has no strategy. Of course, it somehow usually works out for him, which still blows my mind, but whatever it takes to win, I guess so, who cares?
You're finally learning to be a good little simp, Bush, and bow down before your ruler, Donald J. Trump. And hey, would you look at that? I beat with brute force using Metang's awesome attack stats. Metang is a Pokemon no one will ever beat, and when it's a Metagross, it'll be GG to all those who face it.
You still lost Monferno though, Donald, which is technically your ace Pokemon. But well done for beating Mars. She'll be tougher the next time you battle though, so bear that in mind. Anyway, with this all concluded, we can finally head to Eterna City.
And Bulbasaur is evolving into Ivysaur too, which is just great. We got to teach this fella all the poison type moves, my Lord Donald. We can turn this guy into a toxic Staller Pokemon and it'll slay everything. Except steel types, but we'll have Infernape for them.
You just called him Lord Donald. You seriously are simping out for him now, aren't you? And all for what? To just stay in this videos without getting kicked out, LMAO.
He is my little bitch now forever and ever. And with that positive news, I think I'm going to wrap this episode up, boys and girls. So thanks so much for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button and join our channel as a member if you want to support our work. We're pumping these out for you as fast as we can.
Yeah, we seriously are working hard to get these videos out for you all, so we hope you appreciate it. We love playing this game too, which definitely helps us stay motivated to keep making videos. Either way, Part 5 will be out soon.
Hang On Looker is here checking out what happened in the Windworks, boys, and you want to end the videos right now? How stupid, seriously.
One more smart-ass comment from you, Bushy, and you'll be banned from being my loyal servant and also banned from this YouTube channel. I'll send you over to another universe where some presidents are playing Hello Kitty.